Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys, giving you more than a meta. So guys, I want to go ahead and show you some more gameplay of me trying to develop a double mug A-gap scheme. I'm actually using the Ravens as my playbook, but you know, obviously the double mug is in multiple different playbooks. Ran into a guy that he was using the Detroit Lions, and he was a run first person, and it got me out of this defense really quick because this guy was a good run first person. But the reason why you want to have the double A gap defense is definitely in passing situations. But if you got a guy that's using a lot of heavy sets, he's run first, you might want to jump out of this defense right away, and I'll show you reasons why. So let's go ahead and jump into this gameplay. Once again, he was rolling with Detroit, which has got arguably one of the best offensive lines. I base a line, option my defense conservative, and I figured to just come out. And I usually come out of a nickel, out of the nickel double A gap cover 3 version of this, and you can see basically he was just using outside stretch plays. This guy, he was not only just he was very consistent about using outside stretch plays, but he actually had really good run moves, and his running backs played really good for him too. So you're going to see some really good run moves by him. So here's the problem with running this defense. So I decided to come out basically into this defense, which essentially is going to be an aggressive blitz. When it comes to stretches, these guys are going to get out, and since he's got this fullback in the back, it's going to get out to the next level and take out my defender. This guy should seal block, these guys should block, and essentially my entire line, the way this is set up, is all going to be sealed off, and he's going to have a free running lane off here. Now, because I was running cloud flats, I've got a run fit right here, I've got a run fit right here. These guys are doing deep halves, and they're going to fall back before they come down. They're not going to really attack the run. So I was a little bit ambivalent in the second play of the game to really come after him with a really aggressive blitz with a coverage setup. So right here you can see I'm over the center. Look at the seal blocking. So this guy takes out this guy. He's coming up. He's coming up to the next level, and I'm out. My defender that's actually out, that is not unblocked, is on the backside, chasing down arguably one of the fastest running backs in the game. But look at the blocking right there. Everything's just perfectly sealed up. I'm screwed. You know, it's just second play of the game. He rips off a huge play. It was like a 50-yarder or so. Gets the ball down there. He's like, I like this. I'm going to go with this again. So I quickly jumped into the cover 3 version where I'm blitzing this guy in. This guy's going to have a run fit. They're all going to have run fits. And I jumped on this guy and I brought him down to the box because I needed to have an extra person out there. Also, another thing too with the double A gap, if you got a run first guy, if you go ahead and pull your linebackers up, the blocking is not perfect, and one of these guys will usually come in. So it's just a little bit better of a setup. Other adjustment you could do, if you got no huddled, you could slide this line off to the left. That way they don't really have kind of leverage at all. That just would make your run fits a little bit better. But because he was no huddling, quick snapping, running the same play, it was difficult. But take a look at this. This guy's got really good seal blocking. Gets to the outside, picks up 5 yards at a quick snap. I decided to just dump it. I'm like, this guy, 3 plays, running stretch, just destroying me. I'm going to have to go ahead and jump into the Bear defense. And I was making a flaw with this too, is defense. Really with this defense, I should have the linebackers on the strong side of the field. So the way the fits are set up, this line kind of shifts off, and then you've got this linebacker that's uncovered that actually would be a better blocker. You take a look at, like, from the strength standpoint, you've got basically 5 defenders that are run fits, and then this would be my backup guy. But on this side of the field, you can see I've got basically 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 1 less defender against the strength formation, which is going to be right here. So this play should be flipped. That's the simplest adjustment to make, is to flip this play. I actually inadvertently moved my line off to the left. So that was just a bad decision. I QB contain. I got myself completely out of position. You know, I think I was trying to shift my line the other way, and I inadvertently shifted it off to the right. You know, huddles. Now I shifted to the right side, and I'm still out of position. So you see how this guy's like, kind of, this tackle needs to be in this gap. I need these guys in these gaps. to go ahead and make it difficult for those linebackers to be able to get out there. But this play should be flipped. So that was probably the smartest adjustment, is that you want to flip this play versus the strength of the formation, and that's what I didn't do. He had a really good run too. I had some guys in position, but he had a couple good moves and basically got the ball in the end zone. So running double A gap is not the way to go against a run-first player. You want to have a heavier box. I'll be playing around with this Baltimore 34 Bear defense just to kind of see how it works. Once again, here's the flaw. What's the flaw right here? He's got the strength of the formation with the 2 tight ends over here, so this is where he's most likely going to stretch the play. I should flip this completely. So just flip the play, and that's going to put guys in a better position. And then, basically play the run. This is the first time he actually runs the ball up the middle of the field, and I get him in a situation where I get him a 2nd and 9. Now, this is where you're actually going to go ahead and jump into a more of a pass-focused defense. So I decided, okay, the goal of this entire game was to run, basically the double A gap defense and see how he responds to it. Right here goes with a run again with a double A gap. You can see these guys are all blocking up. He's just quick snapping stretches, but this guy's uncovered based on that run, and he's going to come down and play that box. So he's looking to go to the outside. He's got the speed. He tries to cut it back up and falls forward for 6 yards. So that was a really good run for him for something he really didn't get anything out of it. Now, one of the things you discover when you do play against a run-first person is that usually they're not that great at the pass. They won't really make really good decisions. He jumps. This is the first time I see it. He jumps into an empty set, and I'm like, okay. I need to lab up the defense for this, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into the dollar. No reason having a very extensive rush against this guy, and just see what he could do with his passing. So I go into basically kind of a cover 3, shift my line over, and I actually have to play the hook defenders. And he's got a lot of stuff going underneath. He's got a simple mesh concept. This route actually got covered up completely. I'm using this guy. This guy's actually kind of covered, and here is your open dude right here. He's actually coming across the line of scrimmage, or across the first down marker. But I've got an edge defender that actually comes down, gets in his face, and actually sacks him for a loss. So he froze. He didn't get the ball out. I don't think Jared Goff has got like a quick release as a quarterback, and as a result, to actually get a sack against him, get him in 4th and 10, 4th and 11. So now he goes into a single back wing, and this is where I can line him up with basically this cover 2 double A gap blitz. I'm just going to blitz all my linebackers, mug in the middle of the field, and then just try to take away his inside reads. So I just jump into double A gap, blitz all, go ahead and get on to my user, put him into the box. You could see pressure's coming in. Basically pressure came in, he can't get rid of the ball, and as a result, he did actually block an extra person. They kind of picked it up, but that's what's great about double A gap, is that it forces people to block 7, and puts you in a situation where things become a little bit more predictable. You got less people you have to be concerned about as far as route combinations. So that's one of the things I do love about that particular defense, is that it is kind of challenging. So right now I actually score 3 points. I get the ball down to the field at the end of the zone, and I'm just going to basically go ahead and chew the clock against this guy. And he's actually in this doubles Y-off nasty defense. So I think I'm just going to hit this guy up with, once again, I think I'm going to use a double A gap, use a very aggressive blitz. I want you to watch this guy and this guy. So he's got 3 wide receivers. He's got his 1, 2, and he's got his other wide receiver 3 right here. If he blocks 7, it means he's adjusting to the blitz. He's a pretty smart player. I decided to have myself deep halves just in case he was able to go ahead and get if he blocks 7. And I just want to show you, take a look at the offensive line. This guy blocks, this guy blocks. So he basically blocked everybody to pick up my blitz. So I'm sending 6, he's got 7, he's compensated for the blitz. Now I'm in a kind of a bind right now because this guy is going up the seam, this guy's going up the seam. This guy I'm not really worried about too much because I've got basically a cloud flat and I've got a deep half. So I'm really concerned about this route off to the right. And I've got 2 players. I've got this guy, I've got this guy. So he's just waiting. He waits me for commit to one side. He throws to the other side with a post, and he's got like a slant underneath it. So Gets himself in a situation where he picks up, gets the ball down to the 48-yard line, and actually tries to kick, I don't know, 67-yarder. Why he's trying to kick a 67-yarder is beyond me. I guess he has nothing better to do. So completely whiffs it, doesn't get it. It had some length on that, but obviously you're not going to do good with that. So the score is up 17-7. I'm driving pretty effectively against him, so that one turnover is really hurting this guy, especially when you're run first. He's back into the single back wing stack. He showed me that he has had success with the run, so I'm going to stick with kind of a run defense. And here's a fatal flaw again. He's got the strength of the formation with his tight ends on this side. This play should be flipped. I should have these guys flipped over to have that linebacker on this side, and to have the strength of the line on that side. So it's just a bad alignment with this Bear defense. So the defense should be flipped. He goes to the outside with a run right here, cuts it up and actually picks up 5 yards, just with a little gap on the inside. Once again, runs it again. Shift my line over. This play should be flipped. So I've got these two edge defenders out here on the edge and not giving him a numbers advantage. So I'm still giving him a numbers advantage with the blocking, with me shifting the line. Basically go ahead and put my guys down in the box, and look at this. My defender right here, my star defender right here, basically gets himself out of position, misses the tackle completely, and as a result he actually goes ahead and goes house with a stretch play. So this guy really, he run first person, really good with the run. Fortunately for me, I got one stop. I was able to go ahead and check the ball down into the end zone, and just go up by 2 scores. And I was chewing the clock against him too, so he knew that he's going to have to get 2 scores against me. He'd have to figure out how to get some scores against me. He obviously didn't have any confidence in his defense, because this guy basically went ahead and quit out against me. He's just like, nope, I'm not going to play this anymore. I can't, I'm not a pass person, I'm a run first person. So I want to share with you guys, if you guys like my content, if you like how I run my defenses and stuff like that, and how I break things down, I've got extensive breakdowns of my ebooks. Alternative ebook, Vikings ebook is completed. I got a Packers ebook from last year, which is conceptual more than anything else, and I'm working on Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now. I'm going to be having to write that up pretty soon, as soon as I finalize my red zone offense. So once again, guys, I really appreciate the support. If you do like this, hit the thumbs up, and let me know what you guys do against run first players. So provide any kind of strategies or tips on what you guys do when you got a guy that just runs on every single play. What's your go-to defense? So thank you for support, guys. Until next time.